Alright, so listen, I get it. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT were and are a huge part of our lives. If you're watching this video, chances are you are indeed a Dragon Ball fan, perhaps because of the most popular game, that being Budokai Tenkaichi 3, or because of the series itself, or maybe because of the manga. I don't know what exactly you got into it for or why, but is nostalgia starting to make us a bit less accepting of new content? And with that new content, are we comparing it to old content, ignoring the issues that are prevalent in both the old and the new? I'll try to tell you guys this and more today on AKIRA Network.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the
nostalgia writing.
Jump from all your limits and projects. Throw away your pain in a kind and loving that's gorgeous. I'm born again in the Dragon Balls, like the fate of all men. Wanna see you as the best Kamehameha. Wanna see the power of dreams when they are wrong versus the future world, where our epic tale will be unfurled, greater than the best.
So first, I have to talk about the series. Dragon Ball Super has been getting a lot of crap lately, and to be honest with you guys, it's really starting to annoy me. I keep finding these comments like, what are they doing to my Dragon Ball Z, or this new DBZ sucks. Listen, if you don't like the show, that's fine. Nothing that I mentioned in this video is saying that you have to enjoy these things that I'm naming. But at the same time, don't compare a new show with a show of the past, and at the same time, if you're gonna hate something, give a legitimate reason. And the legitimate reason is not mistaking the title for a new show simply because it doesn't fall in line with what you expected. The show is called Dragon Ball Super because it's supposed to have a different tone, different storytelling matter, that kind of thing from Dragon Ball Z, which told the bulk of the story that most casual fans of Dragon Ball are familiar with. The problem is, if Dragon Ball Super did follow the exact same storytelling patterns of Dragon Ball Z, since everything in Dragon Ball Z was obviously perfection from testimonies of some fans, and because that's apparently what you guys want, then they'd still say that Toriyama was being lazy. Okay, really quick thing about Toriyama, okay? Give this man a break. He is 61 freaking years old. He's obviously not going to remember every little thing from Z in the original series. Toei Animation wants to push out content so badly that Toriyama barely has any time to create anything. He obviously doesn't have time to reread the entirety of his manga. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and nobody has a perfect memory, which is exactly what I'm proving here by saying that maybe I'm wrong. But nobody has a perfect memory, like I said, especially a 61-year-old man, so give the guy a break, okay? He's trying his best to just give us a new story. So back on Dragon Ball Super, another thing that I've seen people saying is that Goku has always been the victor and that Vegeta always gets his butt handed to him. But if you think about it, Goku hasn't actually beat a major villain on his own yet, and key word there is major villain. He didn't actually beat Beerus. He technically didn't win against Frieza until Whis intervened. Frost beat him due to poison. He forfeited against Hit, etc. He doesn't win a lot either. The first major fight of Dragon Ball Z was him getting killed by Raditz. However, because our nostalgia goggles are so set on proving that Super is apparently so much worse than Z, I completely forget that he has taken just as many L's as Vegeta in this show. I may do a separate video on this though, because there's a lot of technicality to it that I need to explain. Anyways, my point still stands that there are some things that Dragon Ball Super has that are concurrent between it and Dragon Ball Z that people seem to just ignore for some reason. Another thing that really annoyed me was the feedback on the additional scenes in the Future Trunks edition of Resurrection F that premiered a while ago, yeah, but I agree overall it was pretty pointless to just air it with these so-called new scenes where it was like it just didn't really add anything new to the story overall. But people dared say that Dragon Ball Z did the Super Saiyan Goku vs. Frieza fight better in terms of art and animation, and the general fight sequence, which for me, this just isn't the case. I understand that you guys have an opinion, right? But come on, it's movie quality animation from 2015/2016 against older animation, like really old animation. And plus, what really annoyed me the most, more than anything, was the people that didn't know what they were talking about. I'm serious, and this happens everywhere. People would say stuff like, "This isn't how the fight happened. This isn't how Goku went Super Saiyan." I'm so triggered, but I retort with, yes, it freaking was. If you actually read the manga, you can tell that these additional scenes from Resurrection F actually took a lot of inspiration from the manga. Just don't be stupid, is my point. Don't be stupid. Because there were just certain key points, like for example, they noted that there wasn't any screaming. There wasn't any real screaming in the original manga transformation. I followed frame by frame of what happened in the manga. Loved it to death. So now we have to move on into the games. And I'm not going to stay on this for too long because I've covered it before on Twitter, and it just generally really annoys me. Now look, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was an amazing game, yes. However, people really let the nostalgia blind them. I'm not going to use Xenoverse in this example, okay, because I've done this enough and that would just cause a huge debate in the comments. And in case you are wondering my opinion, I like Xenoverse a lot better than Tenkaichi 3 for multiple reasons. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to use Raging Blast 2 here. And without a doubt, Raging Blast 2 was a much better fighting game in every sense of the words. And yet these hardcore BT3 fans will fight you over that opinion. Sure, they simplified the controls for Raging Blast, but don't forget that it's because many fans, possibly yourselves included, said that it was too hard to play in Tenkaichi 3. But there were new cancel mechanics added, tighter combat, etc. And yet Tenkaichi 3 had 5 copy and paste characters that were extended into a 160 or so character roster, and that suddenly makes it better from one of the best fighting games in terms of the Tenkaichi style fighting games. It literally makes no sense at all. My point in saying all this though is that you should indeed like what you like, right? Nothing wrong with that. But don't let that love you had for something in the past blind you from what's obviously of a higher quality. If the voice actors for Dragon Ball Z said the original dub was crap compared to Kai, then why can't you believe? Literally, just try to be more accepting of new content. Nostalgia goggles are great for the new sea of content that we're getting, but don't let it completely blind you from getting the cool stuff we're getting right now. And in the end, we should just be happy we're getting more Dragon Ball in the first place. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to break that down real quick for you guys. It's on my mind for a moment there. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and peace out. I wanted to add this at the end of the video. Basically, I just want to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. And at the time of recording this, 111. Yes, that is right, 111 subscribers to be exact. Specials are indeed on their way. And with that being said, I legit love you guys. We beat the goal by a whole bunch of months. Just thank you all so much. And I think we can make it to 150 by the end of 2016, honestly. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm pretty sure that we can do it. And if we don't get to 150, we can at least get to 130. So let's give that a shot. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and adios.